Good grief. Why do they never go in for me? Hey everybody, welcome back. I'm back again with another vinyl Wodge for records I bought probably last year, so it's another pre-lockdown vinyl Wodge. So I've got another eclectic mix of vinyl records. A lot of these records, probably a lot of people would find them to be rather uncool, but I've given up all notions of being hip and trendy years ago, so I just buy stuff that I think that I will enjoy and listen to it, and I do in the most cases I do really enjoy them, or find something to enjoy about them anyway. So right, here we go. So starting off, picked up, all these cost like 50, a lot of these cost 50p from one shop. I don't know, somebody must have offloaded a load of albums and they were 50p, £1. So anyway, first one. So we've got Donovan and Colours. So this is another one of those sort of early to mid 70s Donovan compilations that a lot of the budget labels put out. I've got a few of them now. I think Marble Arch did a load. This one's on Hallmark, as you can see there. So this is a lot of his folky stuff, sort of his mid 60s output. So you've got Colours on here, you've got the War Drags on Hey Gyp, Dig the Slowness, which I absolutely adore. I adore that song. Car, Keep on Trucking. Lovely instrumental called Tangerine Puppet, lovely acoustic instrumental on the last track. Let's try and get this out. I think it's just a bog standard. Oh no, it's a grey one. I don't know if I've... There we go. Grey Hallmark album label. Yeah, it doesn't matter if I've got some of the tracks. If I see like cheap Donovan, I'll just pick it up. And love his acoustic-y stuff. Well, I love his other stuff as well, but yeah, great stuff. So that's that one. Picked up a copy of this as well. So this is Berlin and Count, 3 and Pray. So this is the album that contains the mega hit Take My Breath Away, which I didn't realise was actually written by Giorgio Moroder as well. I didn't realise that. Doesn't sound like a typical Moroder-esque track, but there you go. The rest of the album is kind of sort of not hard rocking, sort of rocking pop sort of stuff. So there's quite a lot of guitars on it. It's actually quite a good listen. It's got that typical mid-80s sound. I don't know how much they actually sold of this over here. I don't know how popular this was, but I enjoyed listening to it. It was a good listen on that Mercury label. Quite nice it came with the inner as well. Yeah, it's not a bad album. It's nothing special, but yeah, it's a decent enough listen. Right, first, this is possibly one of the most uncool records I've ever bought in my life, so don't laugh. So I got this because it was 50p and I thought, right, I'm going to give it a go. I bought Andy Gibbs After Dark. Turns out this is a bit, now I don't know, maybe yacht rock is a bit of an overused term now, but it does sum up that kind of smooth, sunshiny, late 70s sort of vibe quite perfectly, really. And I think this is an amazing example of it, to be honest. Turns out this is basically, well, no, this was completely written by Barry Gibb with a few collaborations, but basically it's a Barry Gibb album. There's one track which was a unused demo for one of the Bee Gees albums where all four brothers actually sing on one track called Desire, which sounds brilliant, to be honest. There's a couple of duets with Olivia Newton-John, so I was happy. It's actually a really good listen. I was so surprised. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend this to everybody because some of you are probably out there laughing your heads off that I've got this, but I have been playing this actually quite a lot, and it's quite a calming listen. At the moment, I need that sometimes at the moment, and this has just fitted the bill to perfectly, to be honest. So yeah, Andy Gibb After Dark, loved it. Came with the inner. What's it on? Yeah, it's on RSO. There we go. I mean, it does sound like a Bee Gee on this. I don't know whether his other records sound like that as well, but he definitely sounds like he's one of the Bee Gees. His voice is so similar to the rest of them, and I think this is basically a Bee Gees album sung by Andy Gibb, to be honest. So I'm quite happy to have that. Another uncool record. So I picked up a copy of Close to You by the Carpenters. There are some sublime pop songs on here. I mean, I've gone on record before as saying I absolutely adore Karen Carpenter's voice. It is just exquisite. The tone that she has to her voice is just gorgeous. So you've got We've Only Just Begun on here. It's a great version of Reason to Believe. Absolutely great version of that. Close to You's on here. You've got I'll Never Fall in Love Again. Mr. Good is quite good, but the best track on here is this track called Crescent Noon. It is beautiful, absolutely fantastic. I was dumbstruck when I first heard that. Absolutely gorgeous. It's basically starts off with just Karen Carpenter and a piano, which is perfect, really. And I'd quite like to find a mix of it where it's just her voice and just the piano, but then you get more of the vocal build up. But it is one of the most beautiful songs I've heard for a while. Absolutely fantastic stuff. This is just on an A&M album. You can go A&M label, really bog standard. I don't see that many custom labels here. Yeah, I'm gonna make another playlist which I'll link somewhere around some of these tracks, because that is so glad I got this, because that is just sublime. That's Crescent Noon. So there we go, Carpenter's Close to You. Another uncool record, yeah, I'm full of them today. I picked up a copy of Oceans of Fantasy by Boney M. So this was their second #1 album in the UK. This sold shed loads, even though it didn't really have a massive hit single. I love the art. I love the gatefold. I love that. So this is the album where finally Frank Farian put a list of who actually sang on which track, and basically Frank Farian finally admitted that he does all the male vocals on these records. Also features Precious Wilson, who was the singer for Eruption, who had a couple of big hit singles in the UK. It's on Atlantic. It's like the other Boney M albums I've heard. There's some absolutely brilliant stuff, and then there's some absolute awful rubbish. So starts off with Let It All Be Music, which is a storming disco stomper. That's absolutely fantastic. Precious Wilson duets on that with the other Liz Mitchell and Marcia Barrett. Gotta Go Home, I think, is a tremendous pop song. Bye Bye Bluebird is lovely, kind of flute-led, kind of more laid back. Bahama Mama is silly, but it's great. Awful cover of Hold On I'm Coming. And then they do a cover of Two of Us, which I'm sure the Beatles purists would hate, but I actually really enjoyed it. Kind of like got a reggae light feel to it, kind of Caribbean feel to it. I think it works really well. Great cover. El Luta. I mean, what other pop band? I mean, there's very few pop bands that would like trying to tackle a Spanish story of a Spanish guy who was castigated by the Franco government in Spain, escaped from prison like 4 times or something, and ended up being a national hero of some kind. I'm not entirely sure on the story, but that seems to be. I mean, apparently he learned to read and write in prison while he was in prison, then wrote books when he came out, and all kinds of stuff. I mean, I think there's some dodgy sides to his story as well, but who else would write a song about that? It's just absolutely bonkers. Yeah, there's some absolute faff in here, but there's enough on there for 50p. I was definitely going to pick that up all day long. Top stuff. Right, a couple of greatest hits I picked up as well. This is an eye-opener. I've never listened to all the hits of this band in one place before, and my word, what they produced in the 70s was good. So this is Hot Chocolate, the 1979 compilation, 20 Hottest Hits. And when you get these songs together, my word, what an ace singles band they were. I mean, I can't comment on the albums because I haven't heard many of them, but this is just brilliant from start to finish. Absolutely fantastic things. I'll Put You Together Again, I Believe in Love, Brother Louie, which is amazing comment on racial, mixed race relationships. And that was 1973. I mean, it's brilliant. I'm getting to, I think RAK label is now becoming one of my favourites. I just like that ship. I don't know why they use the ship on their records, but I love that label. Of course, there's Everyone's a Winner, and of course, You Sexy Thing, Say You Win Again. I played this over and over again since I got it, and I absolutely think it's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. No, I don't care how uncool it is, it's fantastic. I don't know why I picked this one up. I guess because it was only 50p, because I've already got another compilation by this lot, but I picked up this Best of Bread album. I've got the one with the brownish, sort of the tan cover as well. I haven't done a comparison to see whether the track listing is much different. This one's only got like 12 tracks on it. But I like Bread. I do like them. I don't think I would be able to convert anybody who said didn't like them. Of course, it's got Everything I Own on it. But it's kind of like, it's just fitted the bill, to be honest, at the moment. I'm glad I've listened to these records when I did, because maybe I wouldn't have appreciated them if I'd listened to them, say, this time last year on that lovely Electra label. Pop that back in somehow. And here we go, I've got problems. There we go. Oh, here we go. And finally, oh no, I've got two left. I picked this up as well, which is an American version of the Holly Sing Dylan. I think that's what it's called over here. So Words and Music by Bob Dylan. Some drastic reimaginings of Dylan tunes on here. You've got, which one was it? I Shall Be... A lot of them verge on sort of MOR kind of sound, really. Some of them are really good. I wouldn't use pretty good. This Wheels on Fire is a really good version of it. Just Like a Woman's good. Was it Blowing in the Wind? Is really different. I might put that in the playlist. But yeah, this is a good... I think this was the album... Well, opinions divided on how far it went towards it, but I think this is the album that made Graham Nash quit the Hollies and bugger off to America. I don't think he was too happy that they weren't building on their success at songwriting themselves, and I can see where he was coming from with this, because I feel it probably was a step backwards, even though it was a big success over here. Top 3 album, I think. But yeah, I can see where he's coming from. Still, it's a good listen. Good listen. And then finally, just to round off, we've got one compilation, which I already had on tape, but I thoroughly enjoyed it, so I was really happy to pick it up on vinyl. So we got a country trucking compilation, Keep On Trucking. Top-notch stories of the road, really. I mean, it's got loads of the usual suspects, but other artists that I've never heard before. But they're absolute. This is a great listen. Absolutely great listen. Oh, I didn't show the Hollies. Oh, let's just dig this out. I'll show you the. So it's on an old Epic, orange old Epic. That is difficult to put in, so I'll do that later. And yeah, I think this is just a bog stand. Oh, it's a green RCA. There you go. We've got the green RCA there. Was that used for country records? I think I've seen that before. Not sure about that. But yeah, 20 great tracks, and they are all great. Terrific stuff. So there we go. My latest batch of records. So I'm sure I'll be back again incredibly soon. I've got some ideas for more videos that I want to do, including something different, which I might do in a moment. But please stay safe and enjoy spinning those records. And I'll see you all again soon. Cheers, everyone. Bye.